Well, the game of football has taught me so many things, man. Now, think about the huddle we have right now, right? I tell people this all the time. There's a reason why they call it a huddle. You know, people have been huddling all their lives, trying to find ways to enhance each other's lives. The great teams do that all the time. The great teams do that. The better the huddle, the better the team. And so it's simple, man, how if you huddle for all the right reasons, we wouldn't have Ferguson. We wouldn't have some of the challenges that we have in our society. But as we all know, there's always a moment when somebody doesn't belong in the huddle. And yet we have to continue to move on. We got to continue to play. So the game of life, man, is always starting with a huddle. And for me, I'm lucky enough to know that, you know, by the graces of God, man, it's been a nice huddle. It's been a nice huddle. And if I just keep making sure that he's in front of me, I'm gonna be all right.
Talking ball with the Czar. I'm Emory Hunt, the Czar of the Playbook, here on the campus of Virginia Tech University with head football coach Justin Fuente. Coach, I appreciate you taking time.
Yeah, no problem.
This is your 7th year of being a head coach, 4th year at Virginia Tech, or 3rd, I'm sorry, at Virginia Tech, and it's gone 10, 9, 10, 9. So I guess we could pencil you in for 10 wins this upcoming season. Not to jinx you, but with that level of consistency in coaching and knowing how much of calamity goes on in college football, how have you been able to be so consistent in this game of what we play today?
Well, I wish we could just pencil it in and have it work. But you know, I think it first starts with the people you're around. You know, I've been fortunate. I've had great support and been surrounded with great people, assistant coaches, support staff, people that have the same vision, the same drive. We've had some great kids that have believed in the team concept. I believe that there's no shortcut, that there's no substitute for working hard and staying together. And I think that's manifested itself in success on the field. So, you know, there's no real secret recipe to it. It's been a lot of fun. We'll have our work cut out for us this year, trying to reach that same level of success.
Now, when I watch you guys play, I feel like I get 3 hours of the killer P's, I like to call it: persistence, perseverance, and patience. You guys are never panicking out there, and you tend to you weather the storm real well. How are you able to get that point across to your team?
Well, I think part of that comes from what we term real self-confidence. You know, like, you've got to be able to just play the next play. And, you know, all of the work that we put in as a team, our kids as individuals, our coaches, we do that under the guise of we have to do that work in order to give ourselves a chance to have success. If we don't do that work, then we have no chance. But when we've done the work, we know we have the opportunity. And once we're in the moment, I think it's all about focusing on the task at hand. And regardless of the external factors, the things we can't control, the things that are going on, our emotions, we got to find a way to play the next play. And I've been proud of our guys here and at times at the University of Memphis, and their ability to weather the storm, so to speak, and be able to play the next play, and it's brought about some good results.
When you look at the game as a whole, I think it's one of the biggest, you know, life teachers of life skills that's out there, and football definitely teaches you a lot. What would you say is the biggest thing football has taught you?
Well, I think being part of a team is the biggest thing. You know, I think the sacrifice it takes to be a part of a team. You know, and this team sport is different than a lot of other team sports in that it's hard. It requires a tremendous amount of work for very small amounts of opportunities for reward. Like, I don't know that there's another sport with as long an off season You know, you only play 12 games. You only have 12 opportunities. Where in basketball and baseball, you get to play every other day, basically. So I think, you know, for me personally, you know, being part of a team and understanding the sacrifices it takes, the unselfishness it takes to be a part of a team, and then also the discipline and hard work it takes on a daily basis with no guarantees, with just the promise of an opportunity to have success, to me is what makes it pretty special.
Now, do you think you would have gotten that life lesson eventually, or did football kind of help expedite that process?
Oh, there's no question in my mind that it expedited the process. I think between the game itself and the people I was exposed to in the game, the coaches that played a huge influence on me as an athlete or one day as a coach, you know, not quite as much as my mom and dad at home, but they certainly had an influence, and I think that expedited the process for me personally tenfold. The exposure to the game and then exposure to those types of people that are driven in the same way was pretty powerful for me.
You look at college football from a 10,000-foot level. Everyone sees the games and they understand practice leads to the games. But now this is a big part of college football, spring football, and it's about to wrap up. How important is spring football for a college football program, and what are you as a coaching staff trying to accomplish?
Well, first of all, it's my favorite time of the year. First of all, the weather starts to get warm and nice, and you get to go play football. You don't have to worry about a game. You're just focusing on individual improvement, like skill development, fundamental development with their individuals. You're looking at unit development, okay? The number one offense or the number one defense, creating an identity and playing together. And then you're also looking at scheme development. Like, let's take a look at a couple of these things and see how you get a chance to experiment a little bit as a coach. And to me, all of that coupled together with trying to create a direction or identity for your football team, you know, setting out a few goals for them to accomplish during spring ball is what it's all about. But it's the most, for me, it's just one of the best times of year because, again, it's truly coaching. We truly get to coach and mentor without worrying about scheme or who we're playing or any of that sort of stuff. It's just about developing your program.
And as a coach, you've seen the highs and the lows. You started out, you know, with some lows, but you were building toward where you are now, and you've had consistent success. That shows you love the game, you're passionate about it. What is it about the game you love the most?
Well, I think the thing, obviously I like the competition. I enjoy competing. I do enjoy the preparation behind it. I think as I get older, I enjoy different parts of the game. You know, for me now, it's more about taking pride in creating a culture or a mentality amongst a group of young adults that's selfless and team-oriented. You know, getting them to accomplish that and realize the benefits of that in the long term. Also, while helping them accomplish something that maybe they didn't think they could accomplish before or weren't sure they were going to be able to accomplish. You know, that's the fun part of this for me. You know, all of that and being a part of something. You know, I think we all are searching for an identity sometimes, and being a part of something that you believe in, I think, is a pretty powerful thing, and I know it's been pretty influential in my life.
Coach, I've been here for about a good 3 hours. You know, walked around campus. All this I've seen is tremendous. You know, but we know student athletes nowadays feel like the world's gotten smaller, and they're making more informed choices. So why would a student athlete choose Virginia Tech?
Well, that's a great question, and we have a lot of answers to it. You know, everybody always points to Enter Sandman and the entrance and college football game day here at Lane Stadium. People talk about 25 straight bowl games and All-Americans and first-round draft picks, and those things are wonderful. But here at Virginia Tech, it's about your daily life. And you know, when they do surveys across the country about college students and their satisfaction or their happiness or day-to-day life, Virginia Tech's always 1, 2, or 3 in the country. So the days that you were not entering the stadium to Enter Sandman or playing a home game in Lane Stadium, we're happy and fulfilled on those days too. And I don't think you can put a price tag on that. And you get all of that, plus you get great college football. And it seems to resonate really well with the kids that value those things, and is why that kids come from all over the country to get to come to school here.
Well, Coach, I definitely appreciate you taking time. I know how busy you guys are around this time of the year, and you getting ready to get out of here as far as like taking a break, some family time. But thank you for taking the time, and wish you the best of luck.
You bet. Appreciate it.